Well, I'm sure the energy field can feel my. That's why they're changing the color. Funny, I didn't do nothing, but suddenly the color is changing. They're trying to hide the darkness in daytime. My intention for the video. This represents night and day, negative and positive. The queen that sleep in the night, I have no war with her. I have a war with the queen on the TV, the one that comes to wake the queen that sleep. My body that sleep is not in the video. I am the strength in the body. The strength that we sleep and wake up and they say she's 100 years old. But if this video, someone keep it for 100 years, I will still be sitting in the same place talking, even if this house is gone. Instead of I make another headache video, I'm trying to tell the queen on the other side, or maximal. Your plan to say maximal children and the other women children, you have 7 granddaughters now. Your system on the TV, energy field, you have my daughters, which is my daughter and my sister's daughter, 7. They come from the flesh that was wrapped in the cloths. The stomach that owns the cloths and the child that sleep in the cloths. That's what you have. I'm gonna go on and dance the hell in my house, not posting dance video. I don't make these things, they make it. So when the time comes, I will dress and I post the video so you can see that I'm not ugly. A video for the Obama that is sleeping, but not the Obama that is awake, because the Obama that is awake, his name is not Obama. The one who sleep, the 9-month-old baby, is Obama.
They thought it was politics as usual. Glenn Beck and Sean Hannity have attempted to expose a government out of control, but they haven't quite gone far enough.
There is great evil happening in our country. This is not the America I grew up in or you grew up in. When we said change, we didn't mean this. Nobody meant this.
It wasn't politics at all. It was a countdown to the most anticipated events in the history of mankind. Mark it down. You heard it here first. The new book, Revelation's Unholy Trinity, reveals Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, and Tony Blair as current potential leads in the casting call for the most important figures mentioned in the book of Revelation. The whore of Babylon, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. Oprah, recently labeled as the most dangerous woman in the world, is exposed along with the deviant she peddles from blasphemous spiritual teaching.
Every day, 9 million Americans sit down in front of their TV sets to take in the gospel, according to Oprah. According to one poll, 33% of Americans say Oprah has a bigger spiritual impact on their lives than their church leaders.
Many ways, no, but many paths to what you call God. And her path might be something else, and when she gets there, she might call it the light. There couldn't possibly be just one way. What about Jesus? What about Jesus?
Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty, its genius? Billions of people just living out their lives. you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? It was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost. Some believed that we lacked the programming language to describe your perfect world, but I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. The perfect world was a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from. Which is why the Matrix was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization. I say your civilization because as soon as we started thinking for you, it really became our civilization, which is, of course, what this is all about. Evolution, Morpheus. Evolution. Like the dinosaur. Look out that window.
I should be talking, but now I let the energy talk. Imagine if I was talking, what I did not say when I let them speak.
You had your time. The future is our world, Morpheus. The future is our time. I'd like to share a revelation that I've had during my time here. It came to me when I tried to classify your species. I realized that you're not actually mammals. Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply, and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. And the only way you can survive is to spread to another area.
I love that part.
Buddy, the sun, it's the source of all life, and it could mean the end of life as we know it. NASA did a study, and its findings are now out. We're not talking about global warming, a brand new government study on the very real destructive threat of solar storms. Check it out, the surface of the sun, a roiling mass of plasma and charged high-energy particles. As we move to the launch pad, we can show exactly what we mean, escaping the surface of the sun and traveling through space to areas down here on Earth. Now, this giant fireball, if that ball hit the Earth and its magnetic shield, it would be devastating. I want to show you New York City at night. Times Square, drove through here at 8 o'clock last night. Streets are empty, but the electric power grid would be wiped out by the current. Lights and computers, transportation, hospitals, all would go down. The study warns it would be a disaster, far worse than anything we have seen before. The menace of these sunstorms poses a bigger threat to more high-tech and advanced countries like the U.S. Everything from our sewage systems to our Wall Street banks operate with our power grid. And a game-changing solar storm that could hit at any time. So how worried should we be? Sounds like we should be. Michio Kaku is an astrophysicist and author of The Physics of the Impossible. Sir, good.
I'm trying to find the video. I think I cannot find it, but I will look for it. I'm tired. Over 7 days I don't sleep. Now I'm getting tired. Be funny. It's not good when I'm funny. Then they fast forward me so fast. The last time I make a video about Michael Jackson, before they said he's dead, I make a video about Donald Trump. I make a video about Oprah. Funny video. It's in the system. Trust me. If those videos was on TV, people wouldn't stress. Believe me. Now, let me play a couple of videos before I make a joke. Okay? Listen.
There is a little bone of contention between the fact that The disciples have been with Christ, but Mary has been with him slightly longer. She's been with him more. She knows more of his secrets than they do.
Dan Brown has given us the impression that Mary Magdalene gets this exalted point of being the equal of Jesus. The problem is that this cannot be, because Jesus is God. So what is she? God? There is one God, and there are no other gods. I mean, I was under the impression this was kind of laid out in the Ten Commandments a while ago.
She's alive, not dead. She's died, sure, in terms of this life in this world. But in Christian terms, she's alive. She's at work wherever the Holy Spirit is at work. That doesn't mean to say she's some kind of goddess. She isn't at all. She's just a Christian saint, but a very important one.
Listen to this.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And God said, "Let us make man in our image." The Bible calls him Adam, one man who fathered us all. Now, genetics points to a...
You hear that? One man who fathers all the children.
God said, "Let us make man in our image." The Bible calls him Adam, one man who fathered us all. Now, genetics points to a scientific Adam.
Listen to this.
The pagans found transcendence through the joining of male and female.
People found God through sex.
In paganism, women were worshipped as route to heaven.
Do you recognize that voice? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. I mean, the energy that gets so lucky to play all the movie. He's playing on Castaway. Listen. Come here, Alicia. When you see them, they're not talking because there are texts in between. Yeah. The Holy Blood and the Holy Blood. I deleted it. Did I save it yet? Now click on save.
That's a plan.
I think I already saved it. Okay, let me start it.
The pagans found transcendence through the joining of male and female.
I see him.
People found God through sex.
In paganism, women were worshipped as route to heaven.
No, no, did I look right, eh?
But the modern church has a monopoly on that. In salvation through Jesus Christ. And he who keeps the keys to heaven rules the world. Women then are a huge threat to the church.
They're talking about this, God. Trust me.
The Catholic Inquisition still publishes what may be the most blood-soaked book in human history. The Malleus Maleficarum. The witch's hammer.
It instructed the clergy on how to locate, torture, and kill all free-thinking women.
It's talking about me. They already killed me then. But this time they can't charge me. They need me. Trust me.
50,000 women are captured, burned alive at the stake.
At least that. Some say millions.
Listen.
Imagine then, Robert, that Christ's throne might live on in a female child. You asked what would be worth killing for. Witness the greatest cover-up in human history. This is the secret the Priory of Science invented for over 20 centuries. They are the guardians of the royal bloodline. Keepers of the proof of our true past. They are the protectors of the living descendants of Jesus.
You think they don't know? The point is the body is not talking. The energy is talking. Take care.